Okay, chat. Today we're gonna talk about my brain. We're gonna talk about how my brain works, why it works that way, how it functions, the operating system that keeps everything flowing, keeps me productive, keeps me going. It obviously starts from the brain, and then it, like, I don't know, it goes out to the body. And so, like, if you've ever wanted to know what it looks like inside of the brain of Lynn. I don't know why this is what we're talking about today, but I had a phenomenon this morning and I thought I would share because there's just a way that I function, but I never thought to think like, oh, this is kind of like what works best for me. Clearly, I'm high functioning, I am high producing, I am high idea generating. I am always doing all of the things at all times. And so what systems do I have in place, or have I accidentally put in place that I didn't even realize are keeping me going, keeping me running? I do get overwhelmed often, right? I do push myself a little bit too far. I do get burnt out, but like for the most part, I get shit done. And so what enables me to do that? That's what we're going to talk about today, because what led to this is that I woke up this morning and I was like, "Oh, I just want to tidy for a bit because I like to tidy first thing in the morning so that like at least it looks all right. It looks like somebody with sense left the place looking all right." And so that's what I do. I wake up and I put on a 5 minute timer and I'm like, whatever I am able to get done gets done. I did something for 5 minutes. But I paused this morning and I was like, what is that? What is this called? This thing that I'm so used to doing that comes second nature to me by now. When I come home and I'm overwhelmed and I want to clean, I'm like, give yourself 10 minutes, give yourself 15 minutes. When I don't want to do something, I'm like, give yourself 5 minutes. But that's one of the many systems that I have in place, right? And so it's like, what is that? Why does it work so good? And there are things that don't work for me, right? So we're going to talk about those as well. And so I took to ChatGPT and I was like, I'm just going to talk about all of the things that make me function. And I need you to like help me figure out like what is the Lynn operating system? What is the Lynn operating system? What works for me? Because for the longest time, I have beat myself up for not being able to do all of the things that the productivity gurus say that we should do. They say you make the master to-do list, you do that, you do the Pomodoro method, you do, girl, none of that works for me. But this works very well for me. And so I think instead of beating myself up for not doing what everybody else does, I'm embracing how my brain works and what works best for me. And that mindset shift has helped me a lot in the past 2 hours that I've made this discovery. And I hope you'll find it helpful as well. All right. So let's just get right into it. I'm just gonna talk about all the things that I do, the tools that I use, and why it works. I don't know why, but this is what works for me, right? Again, this is not no like I know what will work for you right now when you watch this video. It's just kind of like this is what works for me, and I hope this inspires you to sit and figure out what works for you and be gentle with yourself in that process. Yeah? Cool, let's get into it. Number one, gentle activation. We have to start soft always, okay? Don't tell me what to do. Don't try and run my life. Let me gently get into the thing, okay? And that's just like with life, gently starting my day. I do not want to start my day with chaos. I have to ease myself into the day. I have to ease myself into the work day. Wow, I'm even realizing that now. That really is me. Gentle activation. Okay. So what tools do I use? I will do the 5 minute rule. If I only have 5 minutes, like if I really don't want to do the thing, I'm like, okay, just take 5 minutes. Just take 5 minutes. Sometimes I get to the 5 minutes and I'm like, I got 10, I got 15, I got 20. And sometimes it's like, hey, 5 minutes is up. At 4:55, I'm ready to quit. And that's okay because I give 4 minutes and 55 seconds. All right. And so when I give myself longer, time blocks to work with. So for example, if I'm like deep cleaning and I really don't want to, I'm like, just do this for 20 minutes. 20 minutes and then we stop. So while I do the 20-minute time block, I will have some sort of media. That's my other tool. I use like some sort of media. I'll put on a podcast, I'll put on music, or like a show that's like a mindless show that can be in the background, but it's usually a podcast or music. It has to be something that won't distract me. It has to be something that I won't even stop to look or like rewind. Because if I'm watching a movie, I have to rewind multiple times. We can't do that. It has to be something that's just background noise and I'm just moving, I'm just flowing. All right. And so, once I start, my brain will kind of indicate, all right, okay, I'm good to keep going. And I usually will end up being like, I clean up my entire life from a 20-minute timer that I started. All right. And then number two, we have purposeful priorities. I cannot do a master to-do list. I can't just do a brain dump and put it in Notion. I don't use Notion. Notion don't work for my life. I tried so hard for 5 years to get onto Notion, girl. It's just not meant for me, and that's okay. But a master to-do list, and it's like check off things as we go throughout the week, throughout the month. Absolutely not. My brain will combust. What do? I set daily priorities, 3 to 5 things. I ask myself. I do like my I'm developing my own things, like for me, not even to like to share, but I'm happy to share, but like for like this is what works for me. So I do a reflection every morning. It's called temporarily, it's called the overwhelmed Lynn reflection. And I kind of like check in on myself, girl, how you good? How you doing? You good? And then one of the questions that I ask myself is, if I could only do 3 to 5 things today and I would feel good about my day, what would these things be? And it literally be like, text so and so, call so and so, set up an appointment for that, sit and do this thing that I'm supposed to do, submit that application. Like, if I could only get 3 to 5 things done today, what would they be? So that's what I do. And as an high output person, like I'm constantly producing, girl. I have to kind of like set some is it like meters? Like some sort of like thing for me so I don't burn myself out. That helps a lot. And I've always found that because I'm so high producing, I'm like, I can do these 15 things in a day. And I do 14 of them. Not even, I do 14 and I start on the 15th thing, but I literally didn't have any more energy. And I'm like, I did nothing today. Oh my gosh. I did nothing today. What a day. What a day that was wasted on nothing. So this helps me like, oh, I got the top 5 things done. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Now we can get into we can get into other things. And it's like, it's no pressure. It's done. It's not done. That's fine. But the things I set out to do today, they were done. All right. So it avoids chaos. It gives me clarity, and it gets us away from executive dysfunction because I will sit there and be like, I haven't done anything. Let's just sit here and think about how much I have to do it. I have not done anything. And I black out. And once I black out, girl, we're not coming back from that. All right. But this prioritizing helps my nervous system just be grounded, feel grounded, and give myself easy success measures. All right. Next, continuous capture. I love morning pages more than the next person, all right? But they do not fit into my current lifestyle. And so I had to figure out what works for me, right? The whole entire point of this video is this is what works for me. And so what works for me is continuously capturing moments of my day through this pocket notebook. So basically, I write things that come to me, YouTube videos that I need to watch, ideas that come to mind. Because my system before this was different notes in my notes app, but I don't go back to them. I don't go back to them. I don't read them back. I don't do anything. It's just categorized and put away. But it's like this is nice because I always have it with me, and I can flip back to this page where I wrote down my ideas for Vlogmas, and they're right here. They're with me all the time, and I can think of something on the fly and just like and run with it. And so going back to analog has definitely helped me in that way. I'm a heavy sticky note, literally, as I'm talking. I'm a heavy sticky note girl. These was my top three priorities for yesterday. This is for work. This is what does this say? This was in here. I have a naturally idea rich brain. I have a naturally idea rich brain. I am a true idea creator, literally. And so sticky notes, like these things are nice for me and I put them everywhere. And then another thing that I do is I log my entire day like a lunatic. That's the thing with the continuous capture of like, I cannot at the end of the day when I come home be like, oh my gosh, journaling at the end of the day, that doesn't work for me. It works for some people, not for me, right? I had a great day and I did this and I did that. My brain won't remember none of that. What will my brain have to refer to? This. This is a completely different journal. Maybe I could do like one of the these days I could do like a log, a log of the different journals that I have. But I literally track everything that I get done today. You won't be able to see it. I like this, so you don't. It's not clear for you to see the things. But truly, I'm like, I drafted an email to send to somebody. I had a meeting. I did a check-in with myself. I texted so and so about that. I watched a YouTube video. So the email that I drafted, I sent it out. I texted my sisters. I texted this person. I watched a YouTube video. I had lunch. I read a book. I made tea. I talked about Vlogmas with my friend. Like literally, what did I do in the day? And so when I'm having moments of like, oh my gosh, I can't, it doesn't, it's so funny because I used to have those thoughts all the time and they don't even come to mind anymore. That's how much having this system in place helps me. Like, my brain can not literally gaslight me anymore because it's like, it's right here, girl. Why did I do a million things? This is like half of the day, you know? So that has helped me so much. It allows me to jot my thoughts down as I go throughout the day and not just kind of like in the morning or in the evening, right? I have a brain that is naturally idea rich. It's generating ideas at all times. And so this gives me places to put my brain happenings. Sticky notes, little sticky notes, journals, and things, right? Okay. And then I have the last one that I wanted to share in this video. This is part one. Let's do part two tomorrow. So the last one that I wanted to share is that I have containers for everything in my life. This one I did not realize. ChatGPT was like, girl, containers run your entire life. I said, tell me more about myself because I don't know about myself. And I'm realizing everything in my life has a home. Everything in my life has a bucket, both physically and mentally. How does that look? So, physically, right? I have pouches, kits, purses, bags for everything. You want to talk about bag lady? You gonna lose your mind. What are the lyrics? You gonna lose your mind dragging all them bags like that. I am a bag lady and I am proud of it. All right, stay out of black women's business. And so physically what that looks like is I have a pouch for everything and also have a home for everything. I have a container for everything. I have a bin for everything, girl. This is how my brain works. It don't have to work for you. This is how my brain works. When I recently spent some time away. I had packing cubes in my carry-on, and I also had a kit for skincare, a kit for makeup, a kit, my dental kit. I also had a wellness kit. I created a wellness kit that's kind of like a pouch of all my favorite things when I'm relaxing at night. My favorite scent, my sleeping mask, eye mask, lip balm, magnesium balm. Like this, like my wellness kit is my bestie. Okay. And so that's what it looks like physically. Mentally, when I'm kind of like trying to figure out how to organize my thoughts, how to organize my to-do list, right? This daunting master to-do list that nobody wants to look at. I organize it by, okay, what are something I need to do for work? What are something I need to do creatively? Who are the people that I need to text back? The people who are in my DMs, in my emails, in my text messages, who I need to respond to. Okay, so putting tasks in buckets that way. This removes the overwhelm and it allows me to move through life organized, right? I'm matching the way that my brain naturally organizes the world. Like everything in my life is organized. That's why I love a Pinterest board. I created a Pinterest board for every quarter of this year. Quarter Q1, these are the vibes for Q1. I don't know if you guys go by year, I go by quarter. I'm like, these are the thoughts for Q2. I have hair, I have uh, beauty, I have art, like things like that. I categorize my TikTok saved gallery, my Instagram saved gallery, girl. I love a bucket. If you didn't learn nothing else from today's lesson, Lynn loves a bucket, okay? And this is the heart of my operating system. Like, this works for me. And so, if we ever travel together and you see me in my pouches, don't say nothing. Just stay out of Black women's business, all right? We're gonna pause here. I have a couple more. I'm gonna share more of them tomorrow. Let's keep going tomorrow. I didn't want to rush through this. I caught myself just now because I'm like, I want to rush through and share all of the things, but I don't want to. I think I really want to sit with this. And so in terms of what I've shared so far, I, this is me. This is so me. This is so me. Like, yeah, I'm like pausing to be like, this is what works for me. I'm gentle with myself. Like my operating system is built around gentleness. It's built around like purposeful like task management because I want to get things done. I love getting things done. I love progress. I love moving things forward. I love to know that like I set out to do something and I did it, girl. Okay? And I put the time aside and I got it done. I love I'm always thinking. So I love that I have a billion notebooks that I can put all of my thoughts into. I have a notebook for morning pages. I haven't been doing morning pages, but I do have one dedicated to morning pages. When I do a flow, I go to that one. This is the little one that I carry around with me everywhere. This is the one that logs my day. I don't even have all of them. Oh my gosh, look at this. This is the one that I brain dump in. This is only for brain dumps because it's crazy in here. I just get it out of my brain and then I organize it afterwards. I have a little calendar that's called the fun calendar that I only put fun things that I have to look forward to. Like, I love this. Again, all of this, it's giving gentleness, it's giving prioritizing, it's giving purposeful, like it's very purposeful, it's very intentional, it's giving containers. Like you want to talk about containers, and so like I think this feels good for me. This is what works for me. Moving with gentleness, moving with so much grace, but also moving with purpose and intention, and documenting every little moment in between. This right now, this feels good to me just to keep myself sane. If my brain tries to gaslight me and tell me you did nothing today, I'm like, girl, don't do me. Don't do it. But in the future, maybe like a year or two or five from now, I will have this to look back on. Like, I literally opened to a random day in November 19th, 2025. This is what I was doing. I'm that person. I saw a story years ago that was like, this lady had passed on, this old lady had passed on, but she like journaled every day of her life. And so they were able to discover things about her through her journals. I am that lady, except I have tracked everything that I do every single day. Like that's just naturally how I am. It helps my brain, but in the future I have this to look back on. And so, yeah. That's what's inspiring me today. I can't believe I made a 20-minute video and this is only part one. I'm feeling really, really good about this because I'm shifting my mindset from I'm not doing enough. I should comply with what all of the gurus have said to this is what works for me. This is what keeps me highly productive, high achieving, high output, high idea generating, and this is what helps me get all the things done. This is how my brain works. All right. And I would love to know, how does your brain work? What works for you? Whether or not maybe it is something that all of the productivity gurus have said, or maybe it's different. Please share with me. I would love to know. Okay? I'll see you guys tomorrow.